Serafina and I were at a entrepreneurial book club where Stephanie never read the right book, and
Stephanie was terrible at this book club.
I really sucked at book club.
I did
Fabulous. What?
I just had a visual. I just had a
It was a
visual.
lot.
I had a visual.
Proud of it. Hello.
Hey, boys and girls. We're
Hi.
here. We made it. Finally.
I knew it was going to be one of those mornings because you had warned me because
Yes.
you were on grandpa duty.
That's right. I was on grandpa duty.
And that was fine. So I took it upon myself to fill up my morning with a bunch of other things that were like, oh, I had the ADD of cleaning this morning. Oh, I didn't do that. Oh, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I didn't do my original thing.
Oh, you did all the other stuff.
So ridiculous. Good
Mhm.
morning, Junior. Shout out to our friend over at Cape Landscaping. Junior has been one of our fabulous volunteers for the Mashpee Farmers Market for the ending half of the season. And we're just so thankful to have you. So thank you, Junior. If you're looking for a landscaper, go see him. If you need yard cleanups or big projects, he's got the big truck now.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
I'm going to put you to work. Don't you worry.
But how quickly does he drive his big truck?
He's respectful.
Is he one of those guys that just kind of crawls along and he's leading a parade?
No.
Okay, that's good.
He's got this. Hey, Mary Jane, your son is fabulous. We love him. We sort of decorated for Halloween. I did my best, Hike.
It looks good. It looks good. It looks fine. Better than I would have done.
Outside, we got the skeletons.
Yes, that's
we
cool.
got the pumpkins. We
That's
got the
cool.
mums. I was just like, all right, check.
Mhm.
That's all I get for decor. I'm not a decorator.
We look seasonal.
Some people are big fans of decorating things.
Yes.
I just can't do it.
When we lived in our own home, I had Halloween-related blow-ups, but of course I can't.
Oh, you're not allowed for those anymore.
No, can't have them anymore.
But they're Nightmare Before Christmas, right?
Yes.
Oh,
So for the Christmas market,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give them all to you, and hopefully, because they're in the basement, hopefully the cats haven't jumped on them, and you're gonna blow them up, and it's just gonna.
that would be a tragedy. They look like they were in a strainer.
That's right.
This one's a little wonky, Hank.
Right.
We're having blow up day, I think, next week or the week after. We're going to take them all to the field and see what they look like,
Oh, okay.
what shape they're in. We did get some new ones. Every year we add some new ones into the mix.
Okay. All right. And I'll give you mine.
Yeah. So we'll take a look and see because I think we're going to be up and we're going to be down.
Wow.
So we've got a very large area to cover.
Mhm.
For our Christmas market and not that much time. I'm like, oh, we're going to have all this relaxing time.
No, you're not.
I do not. We are refurbishing the camper.
What?
Yeah,
Why?
because it's going to be Santa's little helper.
Oh,
It's going to be a market vehicle.
the market view.
That way we can leave it all in there and
I
everything
see.
can live there for the
Okay.
month. Instead of carting it all back and going through what we did. Because right now, the front of my house, the foyer right when you walk in is
Mhm.
like a garage sale. And that needs to not do that anymore. I am like suffocated in my own home
Right.
with
Oh.
things that belong to the market.
Well, you guys have too much stuff related to your business
Correct.
and not enough places to put them.
Correct. So we need to rectify that situation with Santa's little helper.
Mhm. Okay.
I'm like, that thing has been sitting there doing nothing all summer long.
Mhm.
So
Well, I
it's
noticed
going to work.
when I came barrel assing down the street this morning, I noticed that the fence was down, and I
Uh-huh.
thought, gee, that's odd. But then that explains why the fence
We're
is down.
moving out.
Because right, okay.
Fence is down because she's coming on off the rock.
I thought, who hit the fence?
Oh yeah. What's up, Don? Don on the West Coast. How is the weather over there? It's probably better than here because now it's like freezing.
Yeah, it's fall now, boys and girls.
Mother Nature was like, and it's winter.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Yep.
We had a great night over at Dino's, a little bit of trivia.
Mhm.
And we're always very full on holiday Mondays because we're
Yeah.
the only person in town that's operating.
Right,
So we get the teams from other trivias,
right.
which I am appreciative of some of the visiting teams.
Mhm. I was talking to Dino. I ran in to pick up a pizza.
I know it. You were
And as
there.
I said, I didn't think to just walk across and say hello, but Dino was telling me he's very excited about Monday nights.
Yeah, we have a really good time. And he came over and he gave me a bottle of whiskey.
Mhm.
It is Yellowstone whiskey
Ooh,
from the TV show.
very cool.
Very, very neat. What a lovely gift. And then I saw that Kevin Costner is igniting his band,
Mm-hmm.
the Modern West.
Oh, gee.
But they're doing it for hurricane relief. So
Oh,
they're
okay.
doing it for some of our Milton and Helene victims that are still like dealing with all of the aftermath and will be for a long time. I saw photos yesterday of Asheville.
It's still horrible.
What a nightmare.
And now because of all the misinformation that's out there, FEMA has had to pull its people back because they're being threatened by people with guns
That's scary.
who think that the money is, I don't know, going somewhere else. I don't know what they're thinking, but yeah, FEMA had to pull back, which is not so. And I know we're not supposed to grouch today, but here's my first grouch of the day. As you all know, we love Clearwater and Tampa and all of that, and I follow those pages, and I've added some of the beaches further down, all the way down to St. Pete, which are just a wreck. And there are people posting about how their house is destroyed, their businesses are destroyed. They just got electricity back, and then someone jumps in with I saw one today. My destination Reading is in 2 months. Do you think everything?
Get lost, lady.
Shut
People
up.
lost their everything.
Pick another destination, honey.
Seriously, I know. Move on. Donna's going to Cabo. She said she's got 2 friends that are having serious issues getting help.
Right.
And that seems to be the story everywhere. And so people, even in our town here of Mashpee, we're collecting supplies.
Right.
We've got trucks going down there daily. So yeah, do what you can to help out your friends and family. And just maybe if you see someone, champion that family or champion that cause and really support them. I mean, this is how we're going to do this by individual. It's not going to be able, clearly the big relief is not going to happen for people.
No.
So if you can start picking off the people that you know or friends of friends or any way to help in those aspects, I definitely say do so.
And in terms of the work that needs to be done down there, there's only so many contractors.
Yeah. Well, that's it. John said, if you've got money, you're fine. But if you don't, you're in trouble.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And a lot of people, if they had paid off their mortgage, if they were living in one of those, in a trailer park, quote unquote trailer park, they didn't have insurance.
Oh, I got to check in with my dad too and see where they are. Cause I guess New Smyrna just finally got their power back.
Yeah.
So that's where his place is. And it is a trailer. So
yeah. I mean,
hopefully
they're
she's
very
fine.
Nice. They're not. If you haven't been in one or visited one, it's not what you think it is.
I'm not against trailer living.
I mean, they're my in-laws had a lovely one, and they still have friends there, and we go visit when we go there. I mean, they're very, very nice. They're very livable, and they're cheap to buy, and they're considered vehicles, so you pay excise tax.
Yeah.
And then you have to rent
Cliff
the land.
and I were discussing that is what we would do once, Cody leaves the nest and moves on. I said, we were talking with another group of friends and they were like, how did you successfully get those kids out of your house? I said, we don't make it comfortable here. There's a clear line. Like even when Lily went to college, her bedroom got moved. Like we're relocating kids. So never be comfortable.
Right. Well, Cliff's executive office is now up in Lily's room.
Thank God. That's that little workshop has been very, very busy. Emily was up there all day yesterday with Savannah.
Yeah,
pumping out 2 weeks of shows because we're taking a little respite here on Lemonadio.
Right. The Lemonadio staff is taking a few days off.
We are, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. It's so bad that we double booked everything. I'm just a mess. I'm an absolute mess. I need a few days to just reset my brain.
Right.
Shut it off, put it somewhere, and just vegetate.
Right. Now we're both going someplace warm.
Yes. Yeah.
We pivoted, and Mari has a cousin who lives in West Palm who has been saying, you really should come down and visit. You really should come down and visit. So Mari picked up the phone and said, how about we come and visit? So we're going to spend a couple days in Jupiter, and then we're going to spend a couple days with her cousin in West Palm, probably staying in her pool house.
Ew, la-di-da.
Yes.
I want to go to Cabo with Dawn.
But you guys are going.
Well, I double booked. I thought we were Rock and Roll Hall of Faming it this weekend, but then I realized it was Eva's 60th. So we are going to the Bahamas. And then I've got a little Nashville. We're doing 3-day weekends.
Yeah.
A few of them just to feel like we're seeing some friends and doing some stuff, but it's all in warm weather in Nashville. So yeah, we're going down south. Cindy, I didn't see you on YouTube. Well, we're here, Cindy.
We're here now.
Victoria, good for you guys. Take some time, restore, reset, nourish. so we can get back to changing the community. I was so happy to see the Quashnet PTO out there on the field, painting pumpkins, hanging out, talking to people about what the PTO does.
Right.
And I had a great conversation with Victoria and a couple of other members of the Quashnet PTO, because our town here in Mashpee needs people to start stepping up to do some stuff. And I threw my hat in the ring for the Affordable Housing Committee just because there's no one on it.
Really?
And everybody's complaining, but nobody actually steps up and says, me here, I'll do the work. Everybody likes to just sit back and complain behind their keyboard. So I think it's time, before you open your mouth, to see why is the town not doing these things for me? What can we do for the town? So let's all just pitch in a little bit where we can. And I get it. We're all busy people.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But we have to do something.
Right. And we're not talking just Mashpee, Sam.
No.
Wherever you happen to be.
Yep.
There's stuff to be done, really.
Little stuff in your town. I mean, we're looking at the global scale right now going, oh, well, let's start granular, everybody.
Correct.
We need to make some changes at home first.
Right.
Good morning, Nate.
Work on what you can control.
Yeah.
And what you can influence.
Exactly. It's so true.
Right.
Cindy, you're going back to Mexico. I don't blame you. What's up, Erin? Thank you for joining us. Kristen, it was so good to see your face. I get to see her and at Fall Fest on Saturday. It was 90 degrees.
Yeah.
I had a sunburn. I got in the car afterwards and I'm like, oh my God, Stephanie, again, 2 weekends in a row, we get like sunburned. And here we are, it's 20 degrees. So
yeah, here we go. That's not cousin Erin.
No. Let me see. Is that cousin Erin?
Who else is? See, I can't see what she sees. Who else is on? We'll be with you in a minute, folks.
Does it matter? Is it important to your story?
No. Hi, Tara. I know the Tara that's there.
Hi, Tara. Thanks for joining us this morning.
She and her husband just came back from one of those Italy, Greek cruise vacation things.
Well, we have 2 lined up that we're working on for Lemonadio.
Two. I thought we had one.
One we're going to be doing in 2025. That's a short one.
Oh, 2025 next year.
Yeah, next in May. Oh,
good.
We're doing it in May.
Where are we going?
We're going.
Where are we going?
So it's like a little bit of Honduras. So I'll send you it's out of Miami.
Okay.
It's 5 days.
Okay.
It's Roatan.
Okay.
And then we come home. So it sounds awesome. I will show you.
Okay.
We have the whole website all set up, and that's when we're going to announce our Grecian cruise. And that one I'm very, very excited about.
Okay.
Around the Aegean.
Aegean.
I say Aegean.
Okay.
Tomatoes, tomato.
Right.
All right. Aunts and aunts. We're not having it today. It's not Grouch Day. Actually, it is Grouch Day.
It is Grouch Day. I made my own iced coffee today, folks.
He's been grouching about it ever since.
Because I didn't have time to stop this morning. And I'm going to have to, in my travels today, I'm going to have to find time to stop and get a real iced coffee.
Isn't it so disappointing when you have your coffee and you're like, it's not what I wanted?
No. I mean, there is a difference between making it home and get it at your favorite donut shop.
Mari says she's on her way to Tom Ferry right now.
Yes, she is.
Well, then.
She's in Woburn.
Oh. Places in Massachusetts we don't often go.
Right. She said, yeah, she's in Woburn. Tom is in Woburn today.
Yeah. I had a great conversation with a gentleman from Canada as we were talking about branching our farmers market. And apparently that's where they make farmers market trucks.
Oh, really?
Is in Canada. So I was on a Zoom and he's like, are you close to Gloucester? And I was like, Gloucester?
Gloucester.
No. But it was very funny. Get a good chuckle, especially so it was a Canadian accent mispronunciation. So it was extra bad and I loved it.
That's great. Speaking of Mari going to Tom Ferry, when she was on with us last week, she mentioned, we talked about real estate in Florida.
Yeah.
And, if anybody has any questions or concerns or whatever, she's already gotten a call from somebody.
Perfect.
About their Florida property. And it's like, I want to get out of here.
Well, here we are, the power of Lemonadio. If you're looking to spread your word and your message, this is a great opportunity at a very budget price to share your word with what's going on in your business and your life.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a lot of great community people. We are booked through November
Wow.
for guests on the show.
Wow.
I think it's just because people are seeing the magic of Lemonadio.
Right. Right.
We've got a host meeting today, which I'm excited for. Some of the voices of Lemonadio, and we've got more that are going to be joining us. So get with the times, everybody. Join us.
Yep.
Send us an email. You can just say info@lemonadio.com. You can email hank@lemonadio.com. Emily, if you're interested in any of our markets, lemonadio.com. We want you to get involved with what we're doing here. What's up, Rick? Hey, Dave. Lynn Brenderson, what are you cooking up in your kitchen lately?
Oh my goodness. How you doing, Lynn?
She is, you've had a lot going on personally too. Dan Myville, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, Lynn has.
But she's always cooking something yummy.
Yeah. Yeah, no, she is. She is. She if I remember correctly, she went to high school with Mari.
Really?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's how we know her. And then she's on our page, Cape Cod, Down to Get Home, and anywhere else. But I think she went to school with Mari.
Did Mari go to school in Attleboro?
Mari?
Yeah.
Yeah, she graduated from Attleboro High.
So there you go. Borough girls, we stick together.
Right.
Did you know that Ted Danson had a podcast?
No.
So he's now talking about the underbelly of Cheers and all the stuff that went on behind the scenes and on the set, and how Woody Harrelson used to stink up the set. He smelled so bad, and like it would literally evacuate the set.
Really?
I was like, nobody's surprised the fact that Woody Harrelson looks like he smells. So I am not shocked one bit.
Well, he was so
clearing the set.
I'm sure he was so high all the time that he never noticed.
Well, he's vegan. They said it's just he's smelly.
Vegan and stoned. What an interesting combination that must be.
He's a happy guy, though.
I guess.
We got some good crazy crimes. Hank, you were
my goodness,
bopping all over. Sandwich police have once again come back to order.
They have come. They have come through.
Well, there's a lot of material to work with. And as we swap over seasons and people, like, we're still pretty full. The amount of people that were visiting over the weekend, we had the Outermost Fest. We had the Seaside Fest. This weekend, we have Oyster Fest. It is harvest. It is celebration time. And people are out there.
Oh, yeah. No question. So the Sandwich Police Department, and you know, we talk about the Sandwich Police because they report these things in a humorous kind of way. But every police department has to deal with it. For example, officers advised a group of people in a camper at Town Neck Beach that they didn't have to go home, but they couldn't stay there.
Bye.
Here's an interesting one. I don't know why one would do this. An individual came into the station to report seeing a female wearing a multicolored top walking down Route 130.
Okay.
Why would you?
What?
Okay. Let me see if I can find one more. Oh yeah, and here we go. A man called to report hearing voices in his house. While on the call, the dispatcher could hear a TV in the background. Responding officers then decided this was a crisis intervention issue.
I would love to have some of the dispatchers come on and like we could hide them behind a screen and change their voices and just talk about some of the calls.
Oh, you mean do this kind of?
Yeah. Well, we've got the little voice changer over here, Hank.
That's true. We do.
I'm terrified to change it.
We could change it. Might not come back.
Right. Exactly.
All right. Let me see if I can find one more. Oh my! This just.
Here's one.
Sorry.
Okay, here's one. What do you think was going to happen? A man called to report he had left 2 sets of golf clubs on his front lawn, and they were gone when he returned. No kidding.
What'd you think? They were just going to wait for you?
My my in-laws were going to Florida.
Like, we're pretty kind people here. It most likely would not have disappeared, but you'd never leave it to chance.
Right. My in-laws were heading to Florida, and they're waiting for the car to come and pick them up. So my father-in-law decided he'd bring his suitcase out and put it on the curb. When the car showed up and they went out to get in the car, my father-in-law's suitcase was gone. A little while later, they got a call from someone saying they were so sorry, but they opened up the suitcase and they realized
It wasn't theirs.
no. They were driving down the street. They saw the suitcase on the sidewalk next to the driveway. They thought it was out there because it was being trashed. I mean, it was a lovely suitcase. It was fine. It was just one of those places where, you take stuff and you put it out and you hope somebody comes and
You're
takes
like,
it.
oh, this
Well,
little
this person
curbside
came
thing.
down the street and, oh, look at suitcase. Yeah, we can use one of those. Put it in the back. A couple days later, they opened it up and it's all packed with all my father-in-law's stuff. And they found his information and they called and they said, we're so sorry.
Yeah, we didn't mean that.
We didn't mean that.
We saw your underwear. We wanted to return this to
Right,
you.
right. We thought you were like, well, the suitcase, we'll put it out and see if somebody
This
takes
wasn't for us.
it. No. No.
That's awesome. John says, can we talk about how Columbus Day disappeared? Do we want to? Here in Mashpee, we celebrate Indigenous Peoples Day.
Well, probably with good reason.
Right?
Because we have Indigenous peoples here.
I had the best set of earrings that I've ever purchased in my entire life. I was so excited by them. So Core Design is one of our regular farmers market people, and Sierra is absolutely fabulous. And she makes jewelry out of just stuff, feathers, wood, corn. I was wearing corn earrings yesterday.
You were.
Yes, and they were absolutely beautiful. They're
Wow.
stunning. I also have a pair of beautiful wampum earrings, but her little tag says made in Native America, which I was like, that is fabulous.
That's great.
It's absolutely fabulous. I love her designs.
Yep.
Check her out. COR Designs.
Mhm.
She makes some really, really cool stuff, and she'll be with us for the Christmas markets that are coming
Excellent.
up. So I loved it. Yeah, here I was wearing my maize earrings.
Very cool. I wish I had noticed those. I would have bought those from one of the
They
ladies
were
in
really,
my life.
really cool.
Mhm.
So she's got some fun stuff like that. Don, come on. No, I don't care what you want to call it. It is Columbus Day weekend, and it's usually the close of our season here on the Cape. That's when our seasonal restaurants say goodbye. It's when everybody kind of says, okay, now it's really fall. Now it's
Right.
really winter. Now we're really going to plan for all of this stuff.
Somebody on one of the Boston news stations said this morning that it's the time when he switches from iced coffee to hot coffee.
Yeah.
And I was like, what's wrong with you? You drink iced coffee all year round.
Right. Be a diehard around here.
If
Wear your
you're-
flip-flops.
If you're a New Englander, you drink iced coffee all year. You don't switch to hot
You wear your
coffee.
sandals and you wear your iced coffees, and that's what we do. And we grouch about town because we're from New England.
And you
We're
wear
mean.
shorts for as long as you can.
Yeah, Don. I'm not one of those people that even cares about the days of who gets what, whatever. Christopher Columbus was actually a really terrible human being. So,
Yeah, he was not one of the better people the good Lord put on this earth.
and I love the fact that they're like, he's actually from Spain. We're pretty sure he's from Spain. So,
But he's Italian.
yeah, right. Everybody says exactly. We had one of our trivias last night is identify this pasta.
Uh-huh.
There were riots. No one was happy about the photos that Cliff chose. Someone was like, that's overcooked.
What kind of
It wasn't a question of cooking. It was a question of what shape it was.
and what shape was it?
They were all different shapes. Obviously, we had 8 different shapes of pasta out there,
Isn't that
but like,
crazy?
there were 2 or 3 that looked very similar.
Mhm.
And then, the size of the whole joke started happening. And then it really degenerated from there. People were very angry about it.
Mhm. Actually, National Pasta Day is coming up.
Yes, it is this week.
And pasta, I'm trying to think what I read about that. Pasta.
It's actually Asian.
Yes, it's noodles.
Well,
It's
everything's come from China.
It's Asian
They were here
noodles
first.
that the explorers brought back to Italy
Yeah.
in like the year 400 or something.
Yeah.
Or
When in
whatever.
doubt, if it's a trivia question about things that are the origin story, mostly it's China.
Right,
They've been here longer.
right.
It's just a matter of fact,
hmm
right?
But you wonder what we don't know or we don't have because the Incas, for example, disappeared.
Right? That's true. That's true.
And all those exceedingly advanced civilizations.
Go
that,
with one of the old civilizations. You'll be good.
right,
Mexico,
right.
China,
the
Egypt.
the ancients.
Right.
Yes,
Mesopotamia.
right.
That area. I don't know.
What happened there? Where did they go?
Well, science said that we finally found life with an earthly
Mhm.
telescope.
Really?
NASA's about to reveal this, that they've actually got
Cool.
signs of real life
Mhm.
on other places, and it was identified by one of our regular people's
Oh,
telescopes.
is that where the Star Wars bar is?
No, that's Asia. We already talked about that.
Oh, okay.
That's one of the local saloons in town. Literally call it the Star Wars bar. I never know
Star
what's
Wars.
going to be in there when I
No.
walk in there. I'm like,
No,
oh,
no, it's called the Star Wars bar.
here we
Nope.
go. Here we go. Nate says, what did you guys think of Drake May's debut? He looked solid, made some beautiful throws. We still lost by 20 points.
I think he did a great job. I think the team's horrible.
Is this what we do now? Now, like we knew we were having and we were in trouble and we were going to have no chance of winning. And now we're like, he looked good. He did his best. That's not the New England spirit.
Right. Well, when I did the sports report on the Jazz Show on Sunday morning, I concluded by saying, and if you're going to church this weekend, light a candle for Drake May.
Welcome to New England. We're all jerks.
Right.
Doesn't matter if you're good or bad. We're still going to be a jerk to you. Welcome.
Yep.
Hey, Ellen, thank you so much for joining us on the show today. It's Hank, it's Stephanie, it's Tuesday, and definitely tough getting going, especially if you had that little extra day.
Mm-hmm.
We never have an extra day, so it really doesn't affect us here at Lemon
Right.
Radio, but a lot of people, it's more difficult to be on the move. My husband bopped over to Salem and had lunch with my daughter yesterday.
Oh, that was very nice.
Well, she was like, can I have my hot pink heels and can I have a this and can I have a that? No, I'm not going through your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not. You'll be home in 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Make it work.
But then Dad decided he would.
Oh, yeah. Of course he did. He
That's
always
what
undermines me.
That's what Dad. No. That's what dads do, and that's what grandfathers do.
Undermines me.
Well, we don't mean to undermine you. It's just what we do.
Unbelievable. I didn't spend that much money on her. I'm like, I don't even want to know. Just whatever.
I mean, and that's not like a drive around the block. I mean, Salem is up and back. And,
So they met in Boston. So she took a
okay.
train to wherever it was.
Probably
I think,
South Station, North
I think
Station.
near the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum because we're
Okay.
pass holders. We're
Right.
members.
Right.
So yeah, they had lunch and they had chats and apparently took her shopping.
That's what dads do.
I know. It's fine. I just couldn't get out of my own way yesterday. So I would have loved to have gone to lunch, but it wasn't happening for me.
Mm-hmm.
I got to stay at home and hang out with the smelly football team.
Woody Harrelson's.
Yep, exactly. A pile of them, a whole car full of them that are constantly the endless pit. I have no idea where this food goes, but it goes.
They're big boys. They're
He,
growing
like
boys.
crushed a whole like fresh out of pizza and was like, "What's for lunch?"
I just had a snack, Ma. What do we have for
What?
lunch?
It was huge. He's like, "Oh, that pizza's huge." 5 seconds later, "What's for lunch?" I'm like, wait a minute. It really was not even 10 minutes later where he's looking for food. So I was like, oh my God, no.
Mm-hmm.
Little Debbie's is out with their Christmas offerings. There's something, I don't like white chocolate and I don't like prepackaged snacks, but there's something about those stupid little Christmas trees that I will eat boxes of them. I don't know why.
They're too sweet for me, which is
Right?
an odd thing for me to say.
I'm
but
not a
they're too
sweet tooth
for me.
either. And I just love them. I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's the crunch of the sugar. It's
Yeah,
absolute garbage. I know.
No.
Um,
I have a sweet tooth, but that's beyond the pale for me.
Karen Blake's pies and cakes, she makes them homemade. So I was
Mhm.
addicted to those last season.
Oh, okay.
You have to bring those back into my life, but only be like, Stephanie, we only have 2. That's all that's
Mhm.
left. Just 2. Don't let me order 10 of them like I did last season and I rationed them out.
Right.
It's so bad.
And how did you ration them out that they all just didn't get consumed?
Oh
all at
no, I
once?
hid them, and the kids knew. But they live with the fear of God, knowing that they're not going to have mom snacks because they'll never hear the end of it. So
Oh, okay.
plus, I hide them.
Oh.
I've learned the trick of hiding things in vegetable containers or brown paper bags in the freezer because they're like it's too much work for them to look.
Right. Well, probably the vegetable container would not be of any interest at
They
all.
have no idea. They have
Right.
no idea what's in there. There's not real vegetables in half of those things. It's all the stuff I have to hide from them.
Right.
Cookie dough,
Mhm.
all the stuff that I just have for other things or
Right.
projects. I
Uh-huh.
have to hide and disguise them.
Yep.
It's fine. Sal says, I think you should take on some guys from the Cape League. Hey, I don't need any more people living in my house. We have J1s every season.
Right.
I think more Cape League baseball boys. unless I could put them to work for me.
I was going to ask you about this.
Might be something.
About the J1 thing. Did you see this happened a little while ago now? I don't think it happened here in the Cape, but someone had J1s and they had like 10 in a regular size like bedroom and was taking all their money and
It does happen.
yeah.
I mean, it's not right.
No.
I mean,
no, God, no.
I do know people, a lot of the Irish, when I was working in Hyannis, the people would rent an entire house. So there'd be like 15 Irish kids living in the house itself.
Right.
Like the people would leave
Mhm.
and then rent it all out. Like they had bedrooms and
Yeah.
bunk beds, and it might be four people in a room or
Yeah.
whatever it is. Most of them don't care. I mean, they just need a place to crash because
Yep.
they work so much.
Mhm.
It's really a place to lay their head and leave their stuff. But yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, there's always oversight. That's why you've got people like Carrie and a couple of our other friends who do this for a living. They're basically set to be the hall monitor, if you will, and organize meetups for them and help them with rides and just like a program coordinator. But not everybody has that. Sometimes if the J1s are coming for just one specific job,
Right.
like ours were with Dunkin' Donuts. So Dunkin' Donuts have a bunch of them. So they've got a program manager.
Right.
So they can all help each other out with whatever issues.
Mhm.
And sometimes it's just not a right fit in a home.
Right.
And Carrie has to move them around a little bit
Sure.
to figure out what works better for them. And that's fine too. And that's not a failure on anything. It's just so that everybody's happy and functional.
Right.
It's just a normal place to be. It's nice to have somebody that if you've got a foreign language. One of my Turkish girls, Yag, just celebrated her 22nd birthday, and I saw it on Instagram, and I was like, "You look so cute," and we yapped back and forth. Like I'm still friends with a lot of these kids,
That's nice.
and I love that. Plus, we've got a place to go if we ever want to go visit Turkey, so I'm not against it.
Okay.
When Hunter Henry chipped the defense end and gave him time to throw, when he didn't, he got killed. RTB said, yeah, wasn't it heavy? People are so stupid. Oh, in regards to the suitcase, your dad's father-in-law's suitcase on the side of the
you're
road.
right. I mean, they should have noticed that, there's stuff. I mean, they were leaving for like, the extended time that they're there. So, but at least they were honest enough to a couple of days later call and say, we're so sorry.
I guess.
But at that point, my father-in-law was in Florida. So he had probably replaced all his stuff by then.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law was ready to kill him.
Yeah, right. Well, especially like I'm in between sizes. Like it's a chore to find wardrobe stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If I lost a whole suitcase, I'd be devastated. I'd be wearing a muumuu. It's Florida. That's what we got. Bring on the muumuu. I'll look like this all week long. No photos, please. Thank you. With me leaving in a couple of months, I'm going to give my all at KKL. I'm very excited for you, Nate. He's going to West Virginia.
Great school.
I know, right? Actually, it made a list of the top 10 of affordable places to go, live, and vacation.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a lot of box checks. Cape Cod was number 8 on that list.
Really?
For places to vacation.
Really?
For affordability.
Affordability?
Well, I mean, Dennis, Yarmouth.
Yeah.
There are places to affordably vacation on Cape Cod.
Oh, no, there are.
And
no
you
question.
can camp. There are other places that you can absolutely. Then there's the upper echelon people. Not everybody's going to the Chatham Bars Inn.
No.
So yeah, if you're going to average them all out, sure. But number 8, I thought that was really nice because it should be a nice place to have a family vacation. I was chatting with a couple from Ohio as I was crying about not going to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame last night. And I'm fine. I'll get over it.
No, but you're going on a cruise instead. Why do we feel bad?
I know, but it doesn't look good.
Sucks to be you.
The weather doesn't look good. I'll pay the price. I'll get blown away to sea because it's going to be a full moon. Stephanie's going to get blown away to sea.
The weather. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see now. Just
don't even look at it because I just want to cry. The whole thing makes me want to cry. Like throwing money in the ocean.
Well, let's see. There's a weather guy in Tampa. I mentioned him last week, Dennis Phillips, who he does. He goes live on Facebook and 40,000 people watch him.
Yeah.
He was talking about this, and
There's a tropical storm or something.
Yeah, but
else
he's
out
done.
there.
He doesn't.
Leslie.
He doesn't seem to be worried about it yet.
Good. It just looks like it's going to rain the whole time. I'm just.
Well, never mind.
Yep, exactly.
Never mind. I won't read what he says.
No. Thanks, Hank.
Yeah, he's telling the people in Florida don't worry about it because it's going somewhere else. Begins with the letter C.
Oh my God. I can't. I just can't. This is the story of my life.
You don't get seasick, do you?
Nope.
Okay. Cliff, do you get seasick?
Just tie me to something. Oh my God. Give me a drink with an umbrella in my hand and tie me to something.
I'll be fine.
Whatever it is. I just don't care. So this couple from Ohio is going. They're like, we've got this. They're spending 2 days in Provincetown and 2 days on Nantucket.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, wow, you got like the best of both worlds.
Right.
And the lady that's hosting them is from Marston's Mills. And she's like, yeah, I've been off of work all summer long. I finally get a job, and these two finally get the gumption to come and visit me. And now I got to work the whole time where there's Lottie dying all over the Cape.
We haven't been to P-Town in a long time. That's always on the list.
Oh, it's my favorite.
But you know what? When what happens is, okay, we're going, and then it's like, yeah, but that's such a long ride.
I go up. My husband's up there probably twice a week. I think he's going up there today.
Yeah,
that's where his businesses are, and he enjoys it a lot less than I do, because he's there for work. So when he's there, he's like work. When I'm there, I'm like, let's play. What are we doing today? Where are we going?
Right.
What are we seeing? What are we eating?
Yeah.
All of the things.
Yeah.
I haven't been to Nantucket in a few years.
Yeah, we've been to Nantucket. We've been to Martha's Vineyard. Well, we can see Martha's Vineyard from the beach here.
That doesn't mean it's a vacation and visiting.
No.
It's a great day trip, though.
Oh, it is. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. It's a great day trip. Is it affordable to stay over? I'm not sure.
Well, I just stay at Karen's house. Hi, Karen. Thank you. She's always hoping we miss the boat because the shenanigans ensue.
Oh, okay.
We have a great time. She's pretty fun. She took us around gallivanting once already this summer, and it was actually a beautiful day. So I did get a good vineyard trip in there this summer. I feel like I checked a lot of boxes, even though I was busier than I'll get out this summer. We made it happen. We made the most of it. Good morning, Adam. How is your travel business going? Are you still doing shuttles, airport taxis? We haven't heard from our good friend Michael in a while.
Oh, you haven't before? Oh, he excuse me, his blood sugar spiked again. He ended up in the hospital.
Oh, Michael.
But he's back home now. He was supposed to pick us up on Friday to take us to the airport.
Yeah.
And he's not going to. One of his business partners is, but and he said he'll be okay by the time we get back.
Feel better.
But it spiked on him again.
Take care of your body. You only have one.
Like big number spike, like
scary.
500, 600.
That's scary.
Yeah.
I hope you get that in check. Maybe a monitoring
well,
machine
he had been hope you don't mind, Michael, we're talking about your health here, but he had been doing really, really well, and then all of a sudden it just came up and clobbered him.
Not good stuff. We got to take care of that. 10 ways to be more inclusive to trick-or-treaters this Halloween. Really? I don't even get trick-or-treaters anymore. Trick-or-treat has basically
What do you mean?
killed.
What, inclusive?
Yeah.
Like what?
Kids all over the country are picking out their costumes and they're daydreaming about what's awaiting them this Halloween. So here are some ways to make sure all children feel included. Number 1, participate in the Teal Pumpkin Project. Place a teal pumpkin by your doorstep to signal to families that you're offering alternatives to candy. Food allergies, intolerances, try bubbles, rings, make and take crafts if you need some ideas. Pencils, bracelets, glow sticks, stickers. If you gave me any of that crap when I was a kid, I would have left. Your house would have been barred. Everybody would have talked about you, but I'm glad we're better now.
Right. You see, you know what the problem is with that headline?
What?
Is the word inclusive.
Why?
It should be to make sure kids are included.
Yes.
Inclusive implies something else.
Either that or it makes me feel like I'm on a cruise. What else am I getting? What are the amenities? Right. I want everything.
Right.
Is there a cocktail for mom and dad?
It's what's included. It's not what's Yeah. They could have picked a better
You know what though? I feel like we need to be better with the words before we get annoyed by what people are trying to say. I think it's a good idea to have alternatives. Not every kid needs to get all sugared up. 1-year-olds don't need to be having piles of junk. They just want to be included. So that's cool. Fine.
No.
Set up a just in case station. You don't have to prepare for every emergency.
A what?
A just in case station. Extra band-aids, diapers, wipes, water bottles, extra bags. Listen, we're not out there for days. This isn't a trek for like 4 days. Most people could just go home. You know,
So as
wrap your kid in a t-shirt and move on with your day. You don't need all the amenities of home.
so as a parent, what this is saying is, I would supposed to pack my backpack
Yeah.
with Band-Aids and all that stuff in case my kid fell and scraped.
Or
his
maybe
elbow.
just have that outside at your house. I mean, this is all very nice, but once again, we don't go out like that anymore.
No.
We're not out for the night. We're not just walking. We've walked 7 miles. We're not going back. This
Right.
is when we would need something like this, an emergent situation.
And I think around here, trick or treating has more turned into the trunk or treat events.
Yeah.
At the police stations, at the churches, and that's where the kids go.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of them go door to door anymore.
Susan's laughing at you. I appreciate it. Chris Ball, Amy, Jane,
Chris.
thank you so much. Massholes. Love you, Lynn. Chris says, I'm still tired from watching you all on the 0.5K.
It was exhausting. Let me tell you.
We'll talk about that after we finish up our list on how to be more inclusive
Yeah,
to
you guys don't want to miss
trick-or-treaters.
any of this stuff.
Right. Understand if a child is not wearing a costume. Lots of kids have sensory issues. I had one of those. Lily, we were lucky to have anything, any clothes on her. At one point, my big kids teased her and called her Lucas because she didn't wear a shirt because it itched for a solid year. I was like, you pick your battles.
Right.
That was not one of them. She had sensory issues with her clothing. Don't expect a thank you or a trick or treat from any of these kids. Forcing a child to this gives them anxiety. Really?
I'm sorry.
Provide a clear path to where you're handing out candy. Don't come here. It's not safe for
Right,
anybody.
right.
My house is just
Although
rat trap.
That one is a good point because you can't get in front of houses and go, okay,
Yep.
there's the porch with the light on. How am I going to get there?
Good luck to you, kids. They'll have nightmares for life. You'll form their core horror stories going on right there. Let kids be kids as long as they can be. Yeah, it didn't bother me that we had 20-year-olds trick-or-treating around here. If you want to come and ask for a treat, I'm going to give it to you. Even if you're a grown-up, I don't care.
Mhm.
Come take it. Keep your pets inside. Very important, especially when it's
Yes.
crazy outside with people in your neighborhood.
Yep.
Avoid strobe lights, fog machines, motion sensors, loud music. This sounds boring. This list stinks.
No loud music. Oh, come on.
That's part of it. We paid money in Salem to go to an absolutely terrible horror, what was it, haunted house?
Yes.
And I kept waiting for something to jump out at me and it didn't. I was disappointed.
Yep.
Participate in reverse trick-or-treating. Have extra candy that wasn't handed out. Did your own children come home with too much candy? Drop off that candy to other kids. Okay.
Spread the sugar high.
That's it. My dentist used to pay for it by the pound
Oh, really?
to collect it back.
Really?
Take it back. Go for it. Be patient and understanding on this list of things. I think most people will naturally do all of that stuff anyway, but to see it on a big long list of shaming you for not being a good person, I don't love.
No.
I say no to this list. Not a fan.
Yeah. No, that's a little much.
Say thank you. You should not saying thank you should not cause anxiety. Exactly.
No, probably not.
Ricky says, I still get over the blood pressure trick in theaters every year. Seriously, though, it shouldn't.
Yeah.
These
Mariana went to
really soft.
Six Flags on Sunday with her friend Austin and
Oh, it's the scary Six Flags, right?
and his family, and they went and they did the rides and everything, and then they had the Halloween, whatever it was, and she said it was great. It wasn't all that scary.
Yeah.
It was fun and but not. I
Was
can't
it
say
spooky town or
not that. Yeah, she said it wasn't that bad, but you have to put that into context. When I asked Declan Rush how Mariana was as a writer, he said, "Oh, she reminds me of Declan Rush."
Oh, that's scary.
So I went, "I don't think that's good."
Yeah, right. Have you been powering through the book?
I've been powering through the. By the way, our friend Declan Rush, whose real name is Ted Murphy, is offering an adult writing class that's going to start November 12th. He's looking for 4 adults. He could probably use. He's got 2, maybe 3. He's looking for 1 more. Please give him a call. because I want to take the class. So
I love that.
yeah,
You're out there wanting to write a novel or at least get all your things organized. It might be just nice.
see, I can't write fiction.
Really?
No,
No imagination?
no imagination.
I'm not surprised.
Nonfiction, I can write like crazy. I cannot
Hank
write
is very
fiction.
black and white. This is true.
Yeah, I guess I am. That's probably
Oh my
why
God.
why I
You
can't
should
do
have-
it.
I wrote a fiction novel the other day. Nobody steal it. I'm calling it. I'm licking it now. But when those Elon Musk's creepy robots that all came out,
Yes.
and I was like, this is the end of the world. Like this, we're allowing this to happen. Hasn't someone written this book 4,000 times?
Right.
And Cliff was like, oh, no worry about it. They're solar battery, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, that's it. So we take all of it. We, the day we block off the sun
Right.
so that we can kill the robots off to at least depower them somehow. We have to shut off the sun. So there I am just having wings at DJ's, making up my own little novel.
Right. I was talking to Ted at the market and talking about the class and, my nonfiction on my fiction block. And then I started talking about how, my mother calls me on my cell phone. And then I went, ooh, that's a story idea.
Yeah, right?
What would happen if I answered the phone?
And it was her.
Oh, what's going on the other side and why is she calling? That could be a good one if I had the imagination to do it. So hopefully when I take this class, Ted is going to help me find the imagination to do it.
I love that. Amy says, I'm coming to your house and I expect to kettle one Cosmo for Halloween. And I'll say thank you. And I'll make you one. And this.
Right.
I respect that Halloween.
And thank you for saying thank you. You have good manners.
Exactly. I'll even put it in a to-go cup for you, Amy. You got it. As long as you're walking.
Right.
Good morning, Wendy. Good morning, Laura. Laura has got a great show that you can hear on Lemonadio. She fires it off from KKL and we rebroadcast it here. And it is all about local bands and local music.
Very nice.
I'm trying to get Kat to renew the cheap seats and get that fired up again.
Oh,
so
good.
We'll see. We got some great specialty shows here, like Elastic Glam. If you're looking for glam rock, Seth puts 180% into his show.
That's a good show. That is a really good show.
It's Friday nights here on Lemonadio, and we definitely appreciate his efforts. And I would love to see him do a little bit more. But I mean, he's got 47 jobs too, and has a family and a life. So I get it.
Well, what comes first? Them or Lemonadio?
I feel like the radio show comes first, guys.
What kind of a radio guy are you?
Family will be there. Honestly.
What kind of radio guy are you if the radio doesn't come first?
So Chris was talking about how tired he was from our 0.5K, which we had on Sunday. What an incredible day. It was, it was small to start out with because we were competing with the Seaside Festival. We were competing with the Cape Cod Marathon. Although somebody said, if I had just done the 0.5K, I wouldn't be dealing with the hip issues. I'm going to rethink this next year.
Right.
So I've changed the date of it next year. It's going to be it's going to be the first weekend in October that we're going to do the 0.5K. So I've already set it in stone. That way we can start and grow this race. But it was absolutely tremendous. It was Canine Kara's first birthday. So we got a lot of footage. What a well-behaved comfort dog.
Great dog.
So beautiful. She was celebrating with her little pink tutu on, and she did the walk along with us. Some poor team, some relay team showed up to really run a 5K, and I felt really bad for them. They were asking what the route was. Where's the map?
No.
And I was like, ladies, it is a 0.5K. Here's your little sticker. You get a little sticker for completing these 2 laps around the field. Kippy Diggs joined us. We had a lot of the ladies from Mass Hire that came to support Kat. And we had a bagpiper, Martha Campbell.
Yes, very cool.
So apparently she's award-winning.
Oh, really?
Yes. Our friends were like, she is an award-winning bagpiper. So we had her playing. So I booked her for 15 minutes because I thought it would be the start of the race. We ended up completing the 0.5K in the amount of time that I paid Martha to play bagpipes for us. So that was kind of incredible to do it.
Yep.
I enjoyed the hell out of it. We set up the route with a bunch of hot pink pumpkins, and it was a really good time. So thank you to everybody that came out and supported. And Lemonade ended up throwing in the rest of the money to get us to $1,000. So we got to $1,000. We'll be dropping off a check to the Women's Early Detection Fund. which, by the way, if you're a Cape Cod lady and you need some testing that is not covered by your insurance, definitely inquire about the fund. That is exactly what it is there for. So if you need a test covered, ask for it. Ask your doctor to access it because they can. I think it's really important to know that it's there. I know a lot of people don't know to ask or feel weird about asking. Absolutely ask when those bills start firing in where you can get some assistance for those, because those insurance bills are no joke huge.
No, yeah, I know.
And I know a lot of people, especially if they go to the CUDA or a couple of other centers, their insurance is wonky and it doesn't cover all of that stuff. And that should just be covered, period.
Right.
We've got such an issue here on the Cape, and it should just be taken care of. Good morning, Jen. You were participating and a finisher on the 0.5K. Noreen, Wendy, thank you so much for joining us on the show. It's Hank, it's Stephanie. And what do you got coming up on lunch break, my friend?
We're going to continue to talk about habits that we have that age us.
Oh,
we can't stop father time, but you can do things to stop yourself from aging.
I like father time better.
Father time. But there are some things you can do, and some of these are habits that, well, we kind of do on a regular basis. So
all right,
started talking about it yesterday, going to finish it today, and on Thursday we will have the top movies of the week, and then it's Eliminating Vacation.
Yeah, then we're going to be off for a little bit. So trust me, the show goes on. We've got some pre-programmed stuff in here that you're not going to want to miss. And if you're looking for stuff to do, we have got it for you. I do want to make mention of tomorrow is Pedal It Forward Day. So it is something that we have done for the last 3 years with the Enchanted Florist. She's in Centerville, where you can swing through and get 2 bouquets of flowers for free.
Really?
One for you to keep and one for you to give somebody else something to brighten up their day.
Very nice.
I know, especially when it's gray and it's cold.
Yep.
There's nothing like a set of fresh flowers to boost somebody's, I don't know, just your lower your cortisol, raise your hopes, and put a smile on somebody's face. And I don't care if you drop this off to the person that is checking you out of the grocery store, or somebody moving a package for you. Pop out to your Amazon driver and just give them a bouquet of flowers. Hold them for somebody that you see, even if it's your bank teller.
Right.
Come by at 11 o'clock while supplies last. We gave away 150 bouquets of flowers last year.
Very nice.
So I know that Kelly is going to be doing more for sure. But JT and I are going to be over at Enchanted Florist starting at 11 o'clock tomorrow to start giving those away to everybody. So come and say hello to us. The power of positivity. You can't just be in a room with JT. He's electric and he's a lot of fun. The two of us together are obnoxious. So
yeah, they're a bit
it's
much.
a lot.
They're a bit much.
It's always a good time, and I'm definitely going to be assisting him this year, I believe, with the Season of Illuminations, our parade here in Mashpee.
Very cool.
I absolutely love our Christmas parade, and
the Christmas parade is really nice here.
It's the only one that's at night, and it is electric. It is a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is. It is all through the Mashpee Commons and everything. So
yeah, plan for it because that's on a Saturday this year, not a Friday.
Oh, okay.
And that's going to be on the 14th. So we're going to have a full day of market, and then we're going to roll right into the parade. I'm fine. Everything's fine.
You're going to need a vacation.
That's why we plan such fun vacations. We have to get away to survive, Hank.
All right.
We need to regenerate.
Which is what we're doing.
Exactly, for sure. So eventsoncape.com, our group on Facebook is growing. Events on Cape Cod. We've got over 9,000 people involved in this group, and we see so many great things that are happening. And whether it's a small little fest, whether it's a fundraiser for your school, whatever event it is that you want people to know about and you're celebrating, please share with us. I know Cape Cod Dining at Home and Anywhere Else is Mari's page.
And we have a pickle contest right now going.
A pickle contest?
Yes.
What are you pickling?
Well, get it up on the page there, and our friends, the pickle people, are judging it.
Cape Cod Pickle, Amina and Chris are absolutely fantastic. We've got a couple of pickle celebrations that we're going to be doing, including National Pickle Day, which is weirdly in November. So we're going to be weird. I know. So we're going to have an event over at Shipwrecked for some pickle cocktails. Hey, people like it. I guess it's kind of like a martini.
Okay. If you say so.
We had buckets. I'm talking buckets of pickle seltzer, tickle my pickle seltzer
Yeah.
that went out the door for Pickle Palooza. So we're gonna reignite the Pickle Palooza
Okay.
in a 1-day event that's gonna be happening over at Shipwrecked, and we'll tell you more as the day gets closer.
All right.
Also, this week is our first Lemonadio karaoke.
Really?
Curtis is going to be hosting karaoke on Friday night over at House of Hatchets.
Mhm.
It's from 8 until 10. And so you can come and you can sing all week long when we're out and about doing trivia and music bingo. We're going to be giving you an opportunity to win a round of axe throwing at
Mhm.
House of Hatchets.
Okay. Is the karaoke in one room and the hatchet throwing in another room?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because if someone's a really bad singer and they're in the room where the hatchets are,
I think we're onto something. It's a better gong show than you've ever seen before.
I was going to say,
It's going to be like one of those Japanese, remember the game shows?
yes, little Harry Carey maybe.
Oh my God. Seriously. What could happen? Alcohol axes and karaoke? Find out in Hyannis this Friday night at 8 p.m. with Curtis.
Wow. Wow.
Cliff Harris, I think you are on to something right now. House of Hatchets. Definitely go check it out. Danielle, how are things in Florida right now? I think that you said that you remained pretty intact during the storm. How has it been for the area in your surrounding towns? Has it
Where
been a
is-
struggle?
Where is she?
She's in the Orlando area.
I think Orlando took a. I'm trying to think. I think Orlando took a hit the first time.
Oh, she's going to Disney in January. Are you? Jen, you should connect with Danielle.
Yeah.
Because Danielle does some other fun stuff at the park with kids watching and whatnot. Might if you're always looking for a sitter when you're in Disney, if you want to have a grown-up night at Disney, but
Mhm.
you've got the pile of kids, I
Mhm.
definitely suggest you check that out. I know I saw Peyton Lambton and the kids were down there in Florida
Really?
weathering out the hurricane
Yep.
while that was their Disney week.
Wow.
And she said it
And
couldn't.
Disney shut down. Like, get
Yeah.
out of here.
But she said the resort in which they stayed at made it so bloody magical for these kids.
Really?
And all of the workers really stepped it up that she said it's impossible to have a bad time.
So they were at a Disney resort?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And they said it was really, really cool the amount of stuff that they ended up filling for these kids.
Oh, that's great.
You spend a lot of money to go to Disney. You spend
No
a ton of
kidding.
money to go to a resort. So when they close the
Yep.
park for a couple of days,
Ain't much to do.
so they made it fun for everyone, apparently. And she said that
Oh, that's great.
there's no other place I would want to weather a hurricane
Than Disney.
than Disney. They're ready for it. The kids have the first day back to school today. She's in Deltona, about 45 minutes.
Mhm.
And she's a professional nanny and she does hotel and theme park care.
Oh.
Right? So if you're looking for that service,
Right.
definitely reach out to Danielle and I'm happy to connect you back and forth in case you're headed to Disney at some point in 2025 and you want to utilize this service because
Right.
I know Danielle personally and your kids are in very good care.
Yep. And seriously, folks, if you know of someone who has property in Florida, like your folks, and you're not quite sure what they should do,
What are we doing with this?
get in touch with Mari and she can connect you with some of the top-notch real estate professionals down there who can help you kind of sort it out because there's going to be an awful lot of that going on. There's going to be an awful lot of kids saying to mom and dad in Florida, okay, it's time to come home.
Right.
We don't want you down there anymore.
Yeah. Thank God your house was spared. Danielle, you've done your time. This is your good time now. This is your time to enjoy your life. How does one get a hold of Mari?
508-360-5664 or MSENNOTT@todayrealestate.com.
I have Gail O'Rourke on the show. She is from Benefact 4. It's an app she made for charitable giving. And we'll talk to her tomorrow on the show. And whatever it is that you're doing this week, please find a bit of fun in it for us. I'll see you tonight at Shipwrecked. I'll be at Old Places for a little bit beforehand. We're doing a music bingo for the Bourne Youth Council. Sandy's going to be covering the deck over at Bailey's Surf and Turf. We are back in Wareham, and I'm pumped for it. That is music bingo 6 until 8 over at Bailey's. Their food is fantastic. The portions are giant. If you're looking for a good time and a yummy cocktail, head on over and see Sandy over at Bailey's. Everybody have a great day.
Mhm.
Happy Tuesday to you.
Yep. See you at noontime, folks. Toodaloo.
Lunch break for Hank.